All right, everybody, I have a confession that I'd like to share with you all. And I'm sharing this confession from a place of vulnerability because I trust that it's going to help somebody else out there too. Because I really feel like I'm not alone in this. And I also just feel it's so important to share that even as a coach, I'm not perfect. I never will be. And it's something happened a week ago and I realized I was doing something that I coach other people not to do. And it's because it was happening unconsciously. So let me tell you about this. You have heard me talk before about story, state, and action, right? Like what we focus on expands. What we believe up here happens out here. The story that we tell ourselves creates a state, an emotion, right? Creates happiness or fear or anger or joy. And that emotion, that state, creates an action or an inaction, like helping us be productive, move towards our goals, or kind of keeping us stuck, moving away from them. And here is the story that I realized I had been telling myself, and admittedly so, sharing with other people, probably for the past couple of years. And when I say that out loud, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just realized it's something that I consciously wasn't aware of until recently. So here it is. I had been telling myself this story. I don't know about you. If you wake up early like I do, typically I'm up at 4:20 in the morning to start my day, to go to the gym, to hit that morning routine hard because I know how important that morning routine is for me and how I go about the rest of my day, right? Well, here's what had been happening. Around 1:30, 3 o'clock in that window, in that afternoon time, I would hit a wall. I get super tired. I'd feel lack of energy. I'd feel lazy, like I didn't want to do anything. I'd feel stuck. And what I was doing was I was really truthfully just blaming it on the fact that I get up early. I was like, oh my gosh, well, since I wake up early every day, usually between 1:30 and 3 o'clock, I hit a wall. That's the story I was telling myself. And because I was telling myself that story, of course, every day between 1:30 and 3, I hit a wall. It was inevitable because I just believed that. I made myself believe because I wake up early, I'm gonna hit a wall every single day between 1:30 and 3 o'clock. That's what was happening. So there'd be lack of production, less motivation during that time of day, every day during the week. And yes, I just am sharing that from a place of vulnerability. So I had to sit down and think first of all, oh my gosh, thank goodness I've realized this now, literally years later. Okay, got it. Now what am I going to do about it? So what I did was I made a list. I created a list of, they called it energy boosters. And I created this list of all of the things that bring me energy. And I just wrote them down, and it's going to be an ongoing list. As I realize things that bring me energy, I'm going to write them down on that list. Because you see, what happened was last week, when I felt during that time my energy fall, I did something. I unintentionally, I had an appointment. I had a coaching appointment, a one-on-one appointment. And as soon as that appointment started, energetically, I was different. And as soon as it ended, I had energy to last me another 2.5 hours. I was so fired up. I was so excited. So I had to sit back and realize, oh my gosh, you just need to schedule things that are going to bring you energy during that time. So that during that time of day, Jackie, when you look at your calendar between 1:30 and 3, your brain now associates that time with, this is my energy boosting time. So I'm going to put activities there or appointments there that bring me energy. And I've put those things on the list. Now, some of us have a little bit more flexibility in our schedules than others. Some days I could leave the office now and I could go do a second workout or a vested walk or go to the gym, and I could do those things and then finish my work at home. What about the days that it's like, well, like I have things after I couldn't leave the office or I don't have that flexibility in my schedule? These don't have to be an hour and a half long energy boosters. This can be a 5-minute thing. So things on my list included workout, do a set of 25 push-ups, do a 1-minute plank, read from my Bible, stop and say a prayer, use my Holy Bible app and get into a plan, turn on some music that uplifts me and brings me joy, reach out to somebody in my life that's an energy giver. So be right, an energy giver. Intentionally set up a call or a Zoom or a FaceTime with somebody in my life that I want to catch up with that gives me energy and that I can give energy into. So I started just again creating this list. And some days the energy boosting activity might be longer than others. So it's important to, on your list, make sure you have a variety of things that could go anywhere from, 2 minutes to boost your energy to I'm going to step away for an hour and get our energy reset. So now that you have this list of energy boosters, then you're going to take it to your calendar and you are literally going to schedule that in. You are going to make an energy appointment with yourself. You're going to put it on the calendar. And then the most important part of this is actually doing it. Like we're pretty good at like making the list, putting it on the calendar. It's the follow through. The follow through is where we create the new story in our brain that's like, oh my gosh, I love every day between 1:30 and 3, I get an energy reset. It's one of my favorite times of my day. And then I'm off and productive for the rest of the time that I have, or I have the energy to go home to my family, to my spouse, to my partner, right? And pour into them. So make the list of energy boosters, then get it into your schedule and hold yourself to it. Heck, find an accountability partner. Find somebody that during maybe that same point of day that you had been telling yourself a story like I have, that tends to be your low part of the day or that low energy sucking part of the day. Find somebody with that same time frame and be accountability partners with each other. Check in like, hey, energy boosting time, what are you doing today? And share that back and forth with each other. So I challenge you, comment, let me know, like maybe I'm all alone on this, I don't know, but I just felt really compelled to share this with you today. And I'm excited to put it into action in my schedule. I'm excited for you guys to try it too.